Hello, hello, hello. Well, I mean to drop y'all like that. Sorry. Y'all alright? Okay. Let's get my other charger. Alright, so I just decided to jump on at the last minute. Hey, Chrissy Poo, how you doing? I decided to drop on at the last minute. I actually was supposed to go live yesterday, but it just time go by so fast. It's a shame. But however, um, I came on today because I'm not doing anything at this moment, and I want to discuss something very important with you guys. Um, Thanks again, Chrissy, for coming in. And if you could share this live, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. I wanted to discuss tonight something very important that, a lot of us take for granted. And I'm at the point in my life where I'm not going to say it's too late or, hey, Elaine, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. I'm not gonna say, it's too late for me to start reading labels now. I don't did so much damage to my body because it's never too late for you to correct your eating habits, your exercise habits. It's never too late. Um, I'm 52, and I know a friend of mine. She's in her 70s, and she's in better health than I am. But hey, that's okay. I mean, I have learned to accept the challenges that I have going on and what I did to my own body. So I have learned to, accept it. But what I'm doing now is being more cautious about what I put in my body. I don't want to add to none of the things that's going on. I want to actually, you know, be better. I don't want to necessarily have to get a kidney transplant, but if I have to, I will. But at this point, I am correcting some things that you all can do. And I know, I guess you all fall in the age range of what, 45 years old to on up. And like I said, it's never too late for you to learn something about keeping yourself in good health. And that's why I want to use this platform to share some things with you all, because we just don't be knowing what we eating. We just pick it up, buy it, and eat it. And, we don't read no labels. We don't even know what the things are when we do read the labels. But at this point, I just wanted to come to you all and share with you some things that I have been doing lately and I am going to continue to do. And hopefully, I can help you all while I'm trying to help myself. So, and with that being said, I'm going to read um, some ingredients that's in food that we should be avoiding, and some of these it actually tell you why you should avoid it. Now, the first thing that I do when I look at a label, and they in the print is so small in the store, you'd be like, oh, I can hardly see that. But the first thing I do when I look at the label, and this is some yum yum sauce. I had hey, Blessings, how you doing? I just finished eating some of this, which I did not read this label, so I'm gonna read it with you all now. and then I'm going to go over some things that you should be avoiding. Okay, so the first thing that's in here is water, soybean oil, modified starch, eggs. Good Lord. Yeah, this stuff is small. Okay, that's better. Egg yolks, distilled and cider vinegar, sugar, salt, lemon juice, spice, tomato paste, garlic, hot sauce, aged cayenne, red peppers, and distilled vinegar and salt again. Lactic acid, remember that name, lactic acid. Then it has paprika, xanthan gum, potassium sorbate, sodium benzoate. Remember that name too. Um, then it has carotene, natural flavors, and calcium, the sodium EDTA. So you guys know that a lot of this stuff, we don't know what it is. We never care what it is. All we care about is how it tastes. And some of these foods that we're eating, honestly, hardly anything we eat is good. That's what I'm saying. It's something wrong with everything. And it's crazy because um even the vegetables, but I'm gonna get into that too. So basically, I started picking up things and reading the labels, and while I'm in the store, if I don't have a lot of time, when I look at a label, the first thing I'm looking for is high fructose corn syrup. Now we all know high fructose corn syrup is a no-no, because in high fructose corn syrup is found in sodas, juice, candy, breakfast cereals, snack foods, and linked to weight gain and diabetes. And I did some research before on the high fructose corn syrup, and if you notice, there are a lot of um, companies that have started taking that out of their ingredient list, and they post it on the food so you can see that it does not contain the high fructose corn syrup, because that is like a drug. It's like cocaine. You can get addicted to the sugar. It's the high fructose corn syrup. It's like co- actually like cocaine, where you can get addicted to it. That's why so many people. Do you have ever heard of about vegan nutrition? I also had a tea. I'm going to share my. Okay, good. Yeah, cause I need to drink more teas, and I'm gonna tell y'all why is that too. What I found out. So what's left to eat, girl? The trees and the grass, honey. The trees, the grass, and the rocks, I guess, honey. Cause everything is something wrong with everything. So what I was saying. So like I said, that high fructose corn syrup is something, when you see it, put it back. Especially if you shopping for your kids, smaller children. It's terrible for kids, and that's why we have so many kids on medication for ADHD, because of a lot of this stuff in the food. They do not need to be adding to the problem that they already have. So like I said, the high fructose corn syrup is one. When you see it, you need to put it back. You don't. That's a no-no. So if you don't have time to read all of the ingredients, you just, the ones that'll pop out will be the high fructose corn syrup. Okay, now the sodium benzoate is a preservative used mostly in carbonated drinks, fruit juice, salad dressing, and fermented foods, and linked to an increased risk of cancer when combined with ascorbic acid, citric acid, and vitamin C. Y'all hear that? And it's linked to increase cancer when combined with ascorbic acid, citric acid, and vitamin C, sodium benzoate, and you have that in one food, and then God forbid that you have other food with the same ingredients, and we mixing all that stuff together. And just imagine if you eating something that you've been eating for years, you cannot stop or break the habit. It's because these ingredients have us like hooked on it. High fructose corn syrup is in every soda. I mean, I'm so glad that I don't drink sodas or juices. I do and have stopped drinking the Crystal Light packets, and I'm gonna tell you why I had to stop drinking those. Now they said that they have some have Splendor in it, and some have I just had a pack. Did I throw it away? Where I throw it? I threw it. I think I threw it in the bathroom. But I had to stop drinking it because number one, another food ingredient we need to look out for, and when you see them, I'm telling you, if you put it back, these colors that they put in food, yellow number 2, red number 5, all those different colors, they are linked to cancer also. Let me see, are they on this list? All those different colors is linked to, that is right there. Okay, let me read it to you. Okay, they got blue, green, red, and yellow. Let's see. Let me go back to those colors. When you see those, no. If you haven't never had an experience with cancer, you don't want it. And a lot of these foods that we're eating have a lot of colors in them, like yellow rice. I had to give up the yellow rice. I do no longer eat yellow rice because it has that yellow number 5 in it. And okay, the artificial colors, blue 1 and 2, green 3, red 3, and yellow 6 have been linked to thyroid, adrenal, bladder, kidney, and brain cancers. When you see those colors, blue 1 and 2, green 3, red 3, and yellow, they have been linked to thyroid, adrenal, bladder, kidney, and brain cancers. Anything that grows from the ground is man-made. We all need to go back to the way the Bible says it. Exactly. You're right. And thanks for coming in. So when you pick up a label, you're in a hurry. You scanning the ingredients, but they usually put the colors at the bottom. But when you see those colors being added, that's a bit no. Now we all know about MSG. It's the monosodium glutamate. It's a processed flavor enhancer. While glutamates are present in some natural foods such as meat and cheese, the ones exploited by the processed food industry are separate from their host protein throughout hydrolysis. Okay. The jury is still out on how harmful MSG may be, but high levels of free glutamates have been shown to seriously screw with the brain chemistry. Don't fall prey to the chemical flavor enhancing. Just play it safe and flavor your food naturally. And y'all know with the MSG, y'all know that's an accent, because you know accent wakes up the food flavor. And it does, I'm telling you, but I stopped buying that years ago because that stuff, everybody know MSG ain't no good. And then we got the sodium nitrates and sodium nitrates. They spell it with nitrates, and then they can spell it with the nitrites. And say, no, that's not a typo. These two different preservatives are found in processed meats like bacon, lunch meat, and hot dogs. They're some of the worst offenders, and they believe to cause colon cancer and metabolic syndrome, which can lead to diabetes. So protect your health by always choosing fresh, organic meats. And remember, the last time I was here, I talked about those processed foods. And it's so, most of the food we eat, I'm going to tell you what I was taught in a nutrition class some years back. Everything around the outskirts of the grocery store, that's where we should be shopping. Around the outskirts of the grocery store. That means, you know, when you go in, the first thing you have is the vegetables. And if you go around that whole store on the back wall and you come back around, that's the only place we should be shopping. Everything in the middle aisles of the grocery store is supposed to be a no-no. So if majority of your groceries comes from the middle aisles of the grocery store, you need some help with your food selection. Majority of your the food in your basket should be coming from the fruits, vegetables on around, and then they got the meats on the outskirts of the grocery store, and then that's basically it. Fruits, vegetables, and the meat. But like I said, everything in the middle is really, just weigh your buggy and say, when next time you go to the store, just look at your buggy before you check out and say, is majority of these items from the outskirts of the grocery store or the inside? Those inside aisles supposed to be lesser food should come from there. You know, we need some of the things, and you know, but it's not no, it's not any good, but we need it. So we grab things from those aisles, but when you grab them, like I said, just read the labels and know what you are buying and put in your body. Another one is BHA, butylate hydroxyzone. But the abbreviation is BHA, and it's another potentially cancer-causing preservative, but it has been deemed safe by the FDA. Its job is to help prevent spoilage and food poisoning, but its major it's a major endocrine disruptor and can seriously mess with your hormones. BHA is in hundreds of foods. It's found in food packing and cosmetics. BHA has many aliases. You can look them up or you can follow my advice and ditch processed foods altogether. And what they're saying is there's a chemical that they put on foods to keep it from spoiling, and that's why you have to still be careful with the fruits and the vegetables, because they put chemicals on that stuff to keep it from spoiling, especially like canned foods and stuff like that. There's a chemical in those items to keep them fresh for a long time. Another group is the sodium benzoate and the potassium benzoate. These preservatives are sometimes added to soda to prevent mold from growing. But benzene is a known carcinogen that is also linked with serious thyroid damage. Dangerous levels of benzene can build up when plastic bottles of soda are exposed to heat or when the preservatives are combined with ascorbic acid. There go ascorbic acid again, vitamin C. Don't risk it, people. And I take ascorbic acid twice a day. So imagine if I'm taking this ascorbic acid and I'm drinking sodas out of bottled sodas out of plastic bottles, and all this stuff is just mixing in with like I said, I take ascorbic acid twice a day, and actually it's vitamin C, but that's scary how you can't um, mix these things together. This, like I said, I'm learning while I'm trying to share information with you guys. Another one is artificial sweeteners, and that's me all the way. Tomatoes have acid. Corn doesn't break down once you eat it. When you go to the restroom, the corn is in back. It comes out whole. Exactly. And I thought um, I can't eat it at all now. But even when I was eating it, corn does not break down. You're right about that. Um, do you believe that grass is a herb for healing? Um, I never heard it or read it anywhere, but I watch a lot of different things on television where people cook their food and how they prepare their food, and it's like they get flowers and they boil flowers in kettles to go with their tea. And I'm like, wait a minute, ain't that a flower? And you boiling it and making a tea from it? So I mean, those grass is from the earth. So hey, could be. I appreciate you for sharing this information. It's very, very, yes, no problem. Okay, artificial sweeteners. Now this is my problem right here. Like I said, I told you all that I love my Crystal Light. Aspartame, which is NutraSweet and Equal. I love Equal. I don't like Sweet and Low. I like Equal. Saccharin. One second, y'all. Give my son a chance to come in. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, saccharin, which is sweet and low, is sugar twin, and sucralose is Splendor. Now that's my number one, right? That's Splendor. I got a whole box of Splendor sitting right over there. Okay, so um, these things may even harder on our metabolic systems than plain sugar. Mm. These supposedly diet-friendly sweeteners may actually be doing more harm than good. Studies suggest that artificial sweeteners trick the brain into forgetting that sweetness means extra calories, making people more likely to eat in sweet treats without abandoning them. Nip it in the bud, scan ingredient labels, and ban all artificial sweeteners from entering your mouth. Wow. I could cry right now. I could cry. Cause I use agave, and like I said, sweet and low. I mean agave and Splendor. Let me go get it. We're gonna read the labels. Oh my God, not a Splendor. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Splendor. I told y'all I got a big box. I got the big 200 packets, and that's why I say I could cry. Okay, so when you turn it over and read the ingredients, it's dextrose, maltodextrin, and sucralose. That's just what they said. But that's all it say. But they say it's worse than eating real sugar. Now this is agave. I use this instead of using syrup, and I put this in my juice too. So this is it only contains organic agave nectar. So that's all it says, but we're gonna get into that because shoot, I don't know what else I might stumble upon. Okay, and then like I said, we read the high fructose corn syrup, so we know that's a no-no. We know the artificial sweeteners is a no-no. And the BHA, we know that's a no-no. Okay, so next on the list is gonna be white flour, rice, pastas, and breads. Now, I told y'all the last live that anything white is a no-no. Anything white, just like they said, um, grits, rice, ice cream, um, cottage cheese, anything white is a no-no. They said when a whole grain is refined, most of its nutrients are sucked out in the effort to extend its shelf life. So they sucking the nutrients out to extend the shelf life of, I guess, breads and stuff like that. Both the brain, wait a minute, no, both the bran and germ are removed, and therefore all the fibers and vitamins and minerals. Okay, so let me start over. Let me read that again. When a whole grain is refined, most of its nutrients are sucked out in an effort to extend its shelf life. Both the bran, BRAN, and germ, GERM, are removed, and therefore all the fiber and vitamins and minerals. Because this because these stripped down refined grains are devoid of fiber and other nutrients, they're also easy to digest to wait a minute. They are also easy to digest. Too easy. They send your blood sugar and insulin skyrocketing, which can lead to all sorts of problems. Replace processed grains with whole grains like brown and wild rice, whole wheat breads and pastas, barley and oatmeal. So, um, like I said, I'm learning while I'm bringing this to you, and I am far from being where I need to be because I love me some rice, love me some grits, just love me some food. Okay, but y'all heard what I just read, so hey, I gotta do better too. Next is shortening. Ditch any food that's lists shortening or partially hydrogenated oil as an ingredient. And that I read that in here. The hydrogenated oil, I remember reading it here. Since these are also evil trans fats. In addition to clogging your arteries and causing obesity, they also increase your risk of metabolic metabolic dang metabolic syndrome. Choose healthier, monounsaturated fats such as olive, peanut, and canola oils, and foods that contain unsaturated omega-3 fatty acids instead. Now, I think I'm doing pretty good in that area because I have started using olive oil, and if we do fry something, we do use peanut or canola oil. Um, so I'm doing okay, but still, I really shouldn't be frying anything because it could clog your arteries and cause obesity, just like they said. So now to the top where palm oil. Y'all ever heard of palm oil? It's PALM oil. When a regular fat like corn, soybean, or palm oil is blasted with hydrogen and turned into a solid, it becomes a trans fat. These evil anti-nutrients help pack foods to stay fresh, meaning that the food can sit on a supermarket shelf for years without ever getting stale or rotten. Eating junk food with trans fat raises your bad LDL cholesterol and triglycerides and lower your good HDL. These fats also increase your risk of blood clots and heart attack. Avoid palm oil and other trans fats like the plague, and kiss fried foods goodbye too, since they usually fry in one of these freakish trans fatty oils. So that's what we just finished talking about. Me actually frying. I fried. I had a family pack of chicken legs. I fried half of it, and I cooked the other half in the air fryer. And honestly, it tastes the same. I mean, it tastes the same. And actually, y'all, I mean, the air fried chicken tastes better. It almost tastes like it it's been on the grill. And if y'all know anything about liquid smoke, um, you add liquid smoke to your food that you cook in the air fryer, it would give it a smoky taste, almost like you barbecued it on the grill. But that's something else. I'm not gonna get into that. That's just how we used to do our ribs. Is we didn't put them on the grill. We put a little liquid smoke on them to give it that grill taste. So basically, um, most of us do not think of the food we eat as being poison, but some of the ingredients commonly found in processed food can be considered toxic. Toxic meaning, chemicals, or they are highly processed ingredients that aren't good for you or can cause harm to your health. Refined grains, trans fat, high fructose corn syrup, and all the other artificial junk you can't even pronounce on these ingredient lists is highly harmful to your health. Any food that has been canned, dehydrated, or had chemicals added to it is a processed food, and these foods make up about 60% of the average American diet. They're taking over, and we have to fight back, know which toxic food ingredients to avoid. So I just gave y'all some of those ingredients to avoid. Um, that was I read out 10 of them. So those are 10. You definitely, when if you don't have time to read the whole label, use your iFry. Okay, exactly. I use mine too. You don't have time to read the whole label. You're gonna look at it and you're gonna scan and you're gonna think about the 10 things that I read off to you, and you're gonna, make your decision. It's up to you. It's your life. It's up to you. You're gonna make your decision whether or not you want to purchase those items. Once again, toxic food ingredients to avoid is the white flour, rice, pastas, and breads. The ingredient high fructose corn syrup, artificial sweeteners, sodium benzoate, and potassium benzoate. So that's spelled BENZZOATE. And then the BHA, which is butylated, is spelled BUTYLATED, hydroxyzole, HYDROXY is hydroxy, and then it's ANISOL. So that's hydroxyanzole. Wow. And then the next one, sodium nitrates and sodium nitrates. Then you're looking for all those blue, number 1 and 2, and green, red, and yellow. No, no. And then the MSG, you know the MSG is a no-no. What are the most unhealthy ingredients in food? We just read those. Those are the same ones. Um, what are the most toxic food additives? That's the brominate vegetable oil, the potassium brominate. All these words, just like they said, these words you can't even pronounce, is, and we don't know what this stuff is. Red dye number 3 and titanium dioxide have each been linked to serious health problems, including a high risk of cancer, nervous system damage, hyperactivity, and behavior problems. All in this food we've been eating for years. Okay. And then they got all the additives. What foods have forever chemicals in them? Paper identified as range of foods to be among the drivers of high levels included teas, pork, candy, sports drinks, processed meats, butter, chips, and bottled water. The research also pointed to higher PFAS blood levels among those who consume more carry-out or food prepared at restaurants. So they saying it's like a chemical in the paper of the foods. Wow, that's something new. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all, none of it. Yes, they can cause cancer, perms. Yeah, that's, yeah. 10 most harmful foods. 10 most harmful foods. Processed meats like bacon, hot dogs, and cold cuts. Sodas, excuse me. And that's water. I got a cup of water right here, y'all. And then I got my Crystal Light right here. I be ready. I just like to have my have my stuff cold. So that's why I have it in cups where they stay cold. I can't drink nothing that's not cold. So the 10 top worst foods to eat. One more minute, y'all. We set our alarm all the time. He just went and walked the dog, and he set the alarm. That's what we set the alarm while we in the house. We walk. I mean, we set the alarm faithfully, and I have 2 alarms now because I just got a new system. But going back to the list, so okay, wait a minute. What are the 5 most toxic foods? Okay, the 5 most toxic. Oh, this list right here. What are the 5 most toxic foods? from fugu to kidney beans. Here are 8 of the world's most dangerous foods. Fugu, Fugu, is the Japanese word for pufferfish, and the dish prepared from it can be lethally poisoned. I ain't never heard of that. Fugu. Okay, number 2 is ackee fruit. 3 is sana. This only thing on this list that look familiar is rhubarb, elderberries, and red kidney beans. Okay, next is okay. Let's talk about a healthy ingredient, including a variety of vegetables in your diet will ensure you get a wide range of nutrients. And those items are carrots, cauliflower, cucumber, garlic, kale, onions, tomatoes. So I love me some cauliflower. Actually, y'all, I just started liking cauliflower and eating cauliflower. Just started. I say the last 2 years. Cucumbers, of course. I like to put those in my salad. Garlic. Oh, I got garlic everything. I cook with garlic. I got garlic paste, those minced garlic. I got garlic all kind of ways they sell it in the store. I got it. Kale, yes, kale is good and healthy. Onions and tomatoes. I really don't do tomatoes. Um, at one while they say tomatoes is good for you, but it's not good for people that's in renal failure with kidney problems. All starches from the ground. Maybe have it once in a blue moon. Yeah, I mean, a lot of things, it's something wrong with everything we put in our mouth. I would suggest that you don't um eat something like if you having fried chicken once a week, that can be a bit much. If you having something fried almost every day, you having rice with everything you cook. It has to be a rice or potatoes, or you know, some people can't have a meal without having bread. They have to have bread with their food. Um, it have to be some kind of bread, a biscuit, a roll, or cornbread. They have to have some kind of bread with their food. I never really cared for bread like that. Now, I've eaten some lately because I had to stop eating the processed waffles and pancakes and stuff like that. So I might make some toast or something like that. But I try not to consume too many slices of bread um, in a week. Maybe 3 in a week. And it actually should be wheat bread, but I had been buying the white bread from Aldi's because they had like loaves of bread for like 50 cents at Aldi's. And when I tell you that um, their food, their white bread is good. I'm gonna call you because I got stuff I need you to do. Excuse me. So when I tell you their white bread is fresh, always fresh, and it is so good. I got kind of addicted to it, so I really had to stop buying it and buying something different that the kids like, but something that I don't like that much. I use olive oil and canola oil. Yes, that's a good thing. That's what we really should be using. Um, of course, onions is good. All different kind of onions. They got yellow onions, they got white onions, purple onions. All those onions are good for you. I think um, one of the onions is real good for like keep you from catching colds. I want to say it's the white onion. It has a nutrition factor in it. I think it's the white onion. So, and yellow onion is the best to cook with. Um, but I keep a bunch of onions because onions and garlic is just good for you. Um, what is the number one toxic vegetable? Anybody want to guess what is the number one toxic vegetable? And it's only toxic because really it's the pesticides, because it's actually on the list of being a good food, but I think it's the pesticides. So the most pesticides were found on kale, collard, and mustard greens, with 103 individual chemicals found across the items in the category. So when we purchase vegetables and fruits, just rinsing them off with water is not enough. You literally have to make your own solution. I use vinegar. I bought two of the big containers of vinegar from Sam's. One of them are like $5, and it came in two. Came in a box of two. So I use vinegar to clean my grapes and veggies and stuff. You have to clean that stuff, not just rinse it off. I, I see people cooking on, on TV. I mean, on social media, they be cooking and they just run the greens and stuff under the water. No, you have to clean the pesticides off that stuff. Grapes, oranges, apples. You have to literally put some some people buy the fruit spray, fruit and veggie cleaner. I don't buy that because, like I said, I use vinegar. You can also use lemon juice. Well, lemon juice I use to clean the meat, but I think it's baking soda. I think my mom, she used baking soda and vinegar. But you can get you a spray bottle and make your own spray. You can put a little lemon juice in it too. Make your own spray. I mean, but if you want to buy the fruit and veggie spray, that's good. But you have to clean that stuff, not just rinse it off. You have to clean that stuff. So, um, number one healthiest food, water. Water. These are the number one healthiest foods. 10 foods for good health. Number one is water. Drink 8 to 12 cups daily. Blessings say, I found myself not able to eat beef anymore, even if it's every once in a while. Yes, and beef is good. All of it is good, but beef, it takes so long to um, break down in your system. When you, if you are gonna eat beef, you should be at least detoxing at least once a week, or um, let's see, you can buy a detox from the store. Publix have these little drinks that you my son made me some, and he made mixed drinks, but he made me some shots of like detox that help regulate you. You definitely want to, if you go in the store and buy a T-bone, you need to be going over there to the well, Publix have it in their area where the juice is. You need to be going to get you a shot of something to clean your system out when when you getting ready to eat red meat. So the second is dark green veggies. Eat dark green vegetables at least 3 or 4 times a week. Wow. Um, I know I don't do that. I try to do it once a week, like cook a cabbage or some kale or some collard greens or string beans. We don't see string beans on here, but I try to do string beans, the fresh ones that you cook. You can boil them, but I don't cook them like that. I cook them more like you cooking asparagus. D, what book is that you learning from? Actually, I just put it up on Google. You know, Google know everything. So I actually just pulled this up on Google. So that's the dark green veggies we need to be eating at least 4 times a week. Number 3, whole grains. Eat whole grains at least 2 or 3 times daily. Then they have the beans and the lentils. Lentils. Try to eat a bean-based meal at least once a week. Then there's fish. I love me some fish. Then there's berries. I love strawberries, but I think I need to get into eating more blueberries and raspberries. And then there's squash, winter squash. I'm not sure exactly what kind of squash that is. Siri, what is winter squash? Squash harvested and eaten in nature fruit stage. Skin hardened into the tough rind. Winter squash is an annual fruit representing several squash species within the genus Cucurbita. So all those different squash that they have, what is it, around Thanksgiving, all those different colors. I seen them, but never, never. The most only squash I ever had is regular squash and butternut squash, and butternut squash is good. Actually, one year I made a butternut squash, like a potato custard. I used the butternut squash and everything I would put in it to make a potato pie, and we ate it like that. It was actually good. So butternut squash, the orange one, is good. Okay, another one. Okay, squash and soy. Soy is number 8. Soy is number 8. So that's 8 items. I don't do soy. I probably should. It's 25 grams of soy protein a day is recommended as part of a low-fat diet to help lower cholesterol levels. Try tofu, soy milk. Okay, I do drink soy milk. Um, edamame soybeans. I I've seen them too. I have a stir fry kit that I buy out the freezer section, and it has a lot of different beans in it, cauliflower, all that stuff. And if you cook it right and put that garlic in there and put a little the garlic powder, a little garlic salt, just a little, and I use the Goya packets. I use those, and if you cook it right, some of these vegetables, changing the subject, I actually just started eating Brussels sprouts. When I stir fried this kit, it's a kit that come in the salad section. It's near the salad bag salad and the collards that come in a bag. There's a stir fry kit. It's beside like the salads in the bag. You know how they give you all the different ingredients for the salad. And there's a stir fry kit that they sell. The last ones I bought was Kroger brand, and that is good too. And it comes with like a sauce pack. I think the last one I bought was ginger and teriyaki sauce. It was really good. And all you do is empty that bag of veggies in your skillet. You can put just a little oil in it. You don't need no season or nothing because you're gonna, after it cook down where they start to get soft, you're gonna add the sauce pack. Hey Prince, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. You're gonna add the sauce pack once it cooked down. And when I tell you that kit had some Brussels sprouts in it, cauliflower, all that stuff, and I ate that. I ate all of it, and that's a good thing for me to have because it contains a lot of stir fried vegetables. Going back to the list, number 9 is flaxseed nuts and seeds. So you can add 1 to 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed or other seeds to your food each day, or include a moderate amount of nuts. Fourth cup in your daily diet. And I have flax seeds down in a bowl, and I forget to put it on my salad. Even when you eat oatmeal, and like I said, I'm bringing this information to you all, but at the same time, I'm learning because I eat oatmeal a lot, and I can easily be adding the berries to it. I can't eat nuts right now because I can't chew them up, but soon I'll be able to eat. I'll be able to start back eating nuts again. But I could be putting that in my oatmeal and you know making it a more nutritious breakfast. Number 10 is organic yogurt. Men and women between 19 and 50 years of age need 1,000 milligrams of calcium a day and 1,200 milligrams if you're 50 and older. Eat calcium rich foods such as non fat or low fat dairy products 3 to 4 times a day. So you can also include it, it can also be organic, like yogurt and um, organic yogurt or calcium rich food, but it can be organic. So basically, weight management involves adopting a healthy lifestyle that includes a knowledge of nutrition, exercise, and a positive attitude. So, um, let's see, calcium content of foods. Check out this list of calcium rich foods. You will find a breakdown of calcium content in various vegetables, fruits, nuts, uh, grains, fish, and more. So basically, I just went over some good foods and some foods to avoid. Um, what are 3 foods to quit? Highly processed deli meats, sugary coffee drinks, and sugary cereals. And when I found out cereals, oh my God, the content in cereals, I was like, oh my God, this why these kids are so off the chain. That's why these kids, thank you, Prince. That's why these kids are so off the chain because we feeding them cereals. I think I keep at least 6 boxes of cereal. I know right down there, right now, is a Lucky Charms, Fruit Loops, Rice Krispies, Honey Nut Cheerios, and what I just bought that boy the other day, them chocolate cereal. But I mean, we thinking okay, they got a bowl of cereal and some milk. Okay, the milk is good, but the cereals is one of the worst food. And when my mom told me that, I was like, huh? And I looked it up, and cereal is one of the worst foods um you, you can be eating. What are 3 foods cardiologists say not to eat? That's not to say you can't enjoy these items occasionally as a treat, but they should not be a part of your regular diet. And these items are red meat, including the other white meat. Bacon, hot dogs, and other processed meat. They're going to processed meats again. You use vinegar to clean. You use vinegar to clean off your veggies and fruits. They were the processed meats and all that processed stuff again. French fries and other fried foods. Sugary drinks and cereals, potato chips, and snack foods. And we know we some of us have to keep a bag of chips around. And I'm gonna tell you, I don't hardly get hungry until at night. I can go all day with just about eating nothing, but at night when it's time to go to sleep, and while we talking, let me take my Benadryls, cause when I get where I can't sleep, I get to trying to find something to snack. And the worst part is I have stuff in my room to keep the kids from eating all up. Like I got a bag over there full of hot chips. That water good and cold. I love me some good and cold water. I went and bought some. I filled up my water jugs with alkaline water. So I'm finna get ready to switch my water out and put in my alkaline water. So I can't wait to start back drinking that again. But what I'm saying is I got all this stuff in here to keep the kids from eating it and drinking it all. Pop Tarts, hot chips, donuts, and basically, sometime when I can't sleep, guess who be eating Pop Tarts at night? I ain't got no shame in my game. Y'all take some Pop Tarts, put it in a sandwich bag, and put it in my sandwich bag and heat them up, and that'd be my little night snack. So um I need just as help it just as I need just as more help than anybody else on here, cause I am at night eating something. What is the number one food for your heart? According to the National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute, the following foods are the best for your heart. Vegetables such as leafy green, broccoli, and carrots. Fruits such as apples, bananas, oranges. Whole grains such as plain oatmeal. Oops. I love me some oatmeal, but y'all know I got to have that maple and brown sugar, honey. Mm-mm. I'll get into that plain oatmeal. Probably when I move, and start, my other half of my life, I'll probably get into doing I might stop buying the maple and brown sugar and start buying the regular oatmeal and just add fruit to it and a little agave. But I think I am gonna start doing the regular oatmeal. It's more nutritious. Um, Whole grains such as plain oatmeal, brown rice, and whole grain breads, and tortillas. Y'all know that word, tortillas. I ain't never been able to say that word. And that's another thing I noticed, that you can make a lot of like wraps. Wraps are good. Something that I like to do, I like to go to Sam's and get their rotisserie chicken. And after I eat the leg and thigh part, I like to take the white meat part and make wraps. Just take that white meat, get you some lettuce, cucumber. For the kids, I do tomato. Now, I like the tomato juice for some reason. After I slice up the tomato for them, if we having tacos or something, I like to take that juice that's in the plate and pour over my salad or whatever I'm eating. I never really cared for tomatoes, but I like the taste, the seasoning taste of the juice. It give your food a good season. But that's just like with onions. I don't eat raw onions, but I order it if I went somewhere, and which I can't even remember the last time I bought a Whopper. But back when I used to work at Burger King, I used to order or fix my Whopper with the onions and take the onions off just to give it that flavor, that onion flavor. So that's how I am about tomatoes. So those are the number one foods that's good for your heart. What foods are hard on your heart? High fat dairy products. That's ice cream, I believe cheese and all that stuff. Fatty meats. Y'all know we love a steak with that little piece of fat at the end. I ain't gonna tell no lie. I love that. I when I used to go to the hibachi place, and if you order steak, y'all know how they be trying to trim the fat out before they cook it. I'm like, hold up, I leave that on there, knowing good well we, I don't need that. But shoot, I be the first one to be like, oh, and I don't even care who listening or who I'm with. I'm like, leave my fat on there. Just don't, they be trying to push it to the side. I'm like, sorry about that. It just went out. Sorry about that. It just went out. Even Gatorades and Powerades are full of sugar. Everything is full of sugar. Every drink in the store. When I go in the store and I want something, and if I don't get a fountain drink, um, Quick Trip good about having their teas. They have the unsweet black raspberry tea, and they got another tea that I like to get. But if I'm just looking for something, in the refrigerator cases, they don't have nothing that's low in sugar. They have diet drinks, but as far as juices, it's hard to find a good juice when you go in a convenience store. It's hard to find a good juice that don't have all that sugar. Every juice, everything in there is full of sugar. So only thing I really can get when I go in Quick Trip is the unsweet tea, and now they have like a unsweet watermelon slushy. I get that. And if you in a certain neighborhood, you in certain neighborhoods, they have two unsweet drinks. I think it's the watermelon, and it's one more. So, but I know if I pass that Quick Trip, I stop because they have the unsweet slushy drinks. But all that stuff in the refrigerated um, doors at the convenience store is full of sugar. And when I say full of sugar, anything over 16 grams of sugar is a no-no. So, of course, here, this agave, what you're going to read on the label is, it's going to say total carbs. And this one says 16 grams. And then it's going to say total sugars, and this says 15 grams. So that's what you're looking at the total carbs. That number in most all drinks in the convenience stores is always higher than 40 40 grams. If you find something like 16 grams of sugar, that's good. But in just one drink or one soda, it's gonna be hold up. Siri, how many grams of sugar is in a 16-ounce Pepsi? 16-ounce Pepsi has 35 grams of sugar. Is in a 16-ounce Pepsi. Now 35, yeah, 35 grams. So if it anything that's above 16, you don't want. Siri, how many grams of sugar is in a 16-ounce bottle of orange juice? The dose of sugar in one standard 16-ounce soda is 64 grams. That equals 16 teaspoons. 16 teaspoons of sugar in one 16-ounce Pepsi. 64 grams. I wish I had one right here. I can show you. I can show you. But yeah, so basically, like I said, the purpose of me bringing this awareness to you guys is because, you know, nobody ever brought it to me. And if I'm going to be anything here on this channel, I want to be somebody that can help others improve their life um, and prolong your life, because we putting this stuff in our mouth and in our system, and it's mixing with other chemicals and stuff that we put in our system, and it's just not good for us. It's not good at all. So any way that I can help, I surely would like to come here and enlighten you guys on some important facts. Now, I'm at the stage right now. When I talked to you guys probably a couple of weeks ago, I told you all that I was going to see a herbalist, somebody that studies herbs, and she also studied kinesiology. Now, I went to see her and gave her my blood work, and she looked at my blood work, and she recommended a herb. Here is one of the herbs that she recommended, and she told me to take these. And what the doctor is saying he wants to do, as far as he wants me to go get prepared for dialysis. For dialysis. um the last time I saw him, he set up a um let's see, they called me from the, what kind of doctor that is, a cardiovascular doctor. They called me to schedule an appointment, because he wants me to at least go have the port put in, so that if anything happened, I would be ready. And I think I explained it to y'all that um, once they put the port in, it has to sit, and really before they use it, it's supposed to, I guess, settle in your skin, or it has to sit a while before you start taking dialysis. But most people, um, they get sick and go to the hospital. They put a port either in their neck or somewhere else, but I know he said the neck, which is, he said, it's not a good place for it to go. A lot of people lose their life from that experience, but he said, I don't want to be in a position where an emergency happened and they have to dialyze me, and they're going to put the port in my neck. So I've heard people talk about having a port in their neck and then having it moved to their arm. So that's what he want me to do. He want me to go and have that, get that started, so I can have that done. So when they called me, I told them I'd give them a call back, because I wasn't near my calendar. And honestly and truly, um, God have not told me to call them back yet. I hadn't been led to call them back yet. Like I said, I did go see the lady that gave me these herbs. And this herb is a urinary maintenance herb. And this is supposed to help. Um, this is supposed to change some things. And I'm not going to get into it until after I see my blood work. The ingredients in this it's get in the light. And this stuff is small. Asparagus stem, dandelion leaf, parsley leaf, corn silk, horsetail stem, and strobolus, hydrangea root. A lot of this stuff I heard of, but it's just a lot of herbs mixed together. You lift the raw root, UV or orsa leaf. Good Lord. But those are the ingredients that's in this. Other ingredients are, let's see, glycerin, water, and what is that? The capsule is gelatin and water. That's what the capsule is made of. But so yeah, this is we source the world's purest ingredients, no matter where they are grown, to endure the active nutritions are delivered just as nature intended. So this right here is one of the herbs that she recommend. Now this lady have, you know, have helped a lot of people, and I know she helped one person that I know, and the person that I know that referred me to her, her cousin referred her to this lady, and her cousin is a doctor. She lived in Seattle, and when I got there, she had about 6 bottles, and she said, so Kelly recommended you? I said, yes. She said, yeah, I know Kelly. And she said, well, do you know her cousin that live in Seattle? I said, no, I know of her, but I don't know her personally. And like I said, she's a doctor. But this lady was doing an order, getting ready to ship it to her in Seattle. So if she's selling herbs to doctors, and she said Alexis been one of her customers for years. If she's selling herbs to doctors, and her calendar, I did a brief consultation with her that didn't cost anything, where she did a test where she tests my thyroid. It's a test that she do, and that's why she prescribed this after she looked at my blood work, the urinary maintenance. Then my mom was with me, and my mom wanted something to help her with her food digestion, and she recommend these herbs right here. It's called food enzymes, and it's to help your digestive enzyme support. So it helps relieve occasional indigestion, and it supports the immune system. So since my mama got those, I was like, shoot, I might need to get those too. So I grabbed some of these too, and she wrote on the bottle how I should take them. So I take 1 at breakfast, 2 with lunch, and 3 with dinner. A lot of pills. And the urinary maintenance, I take 2 in the a.m., 2 at noon, and 2 at night. So this is a lot of pills to remember to take each time I eat. But I am going to, when I come back to you all, I'm going to let you know, did I see any difference in my blood work, in my numbers? I do blood work at least once a month. Matter of fact, I should be, wow, I should be doing some this month. So let me check my messages. I hadn't gotten a message yet, but once I do my blood work, which I can't wait, my father also, my mom took him to her, and he actually has prostate cancer. He's actually at stage 4 prostate cancer, and she gave him some herbs too. So he told me today he can't wait to do his blood work to see, you know, how the herbs are working. So, hey, it's worth a try. I'm trying to keep from having to go on dialysis. My son has did part of his due diligence as far as getting ready to go do his blood work, have his blood work, his blood drawn, and he he, um, he had to call the nurse. She sent him a um, order to do the blood work. So he's in the process of taking care of that. So hopefully he's a match, and we can just take care of all of this without me having to go on dialysis. It's not something that I'm looking forward to. I'm not I'm not ashamed to tell anyone that I'm gonna have to do dialysis or that I'm doing dialysis, because one thing about it, people talk and say different things about, especially on this platform. They talk about the people that are ill, that have health challenges that they're going through. But, one thing about it, God, you know, He know what His soldiers are capable of handling. And, He knows what He's doing. And speaking from my life, I've been through I've been through some things that would have killed some of y'all. It would have killed you all, you know, because everybody body cannot handle certain things. Um, like I said, some of the things that I've been through, some of the people in this sector on this platform, if it attacked them, first of all, they probably lose their mind, because they would be so depressed and can't figure out how they gonna handle it. And see, those things will make you sicker, being depressed and, you know um moping around. you know I Like I said before, when I go to the doctor and the doctor, got something else that he need to add to my health problems or health issues, I learned a long time ago, when I gave my body back to God and told him that I'm letting him be in control of this temple, because I can't do it. He has to do it. So when I gave it back to him, I gave it to him, and I'm letting him keep it. So anything that attacked my body, um, hey, I'm not fine with those things. Those things God is in control of. So whatever happens, happens. And in my life, God is always in control. So back to what I was saying about somebody else having a health problem that I might have. I've met a girl that was diagnosed with high blood pressure. And when I tell you, They gave her a pill for high blood pressure, and her body could not handle it. They changed her medicine at least 5 times. This girl stayed across the street from me. Her body could not handle none of it. She got so sick. She had to go in the hospital, and I had to actually get her daughter off the bus, and because she didn't show up, it's because she was in the hospital. I'm talking about the medicine that's supposed to help the high blood pressure was attacking her body like it was a disease. So I'm like, good Lord, you know, who would have thought that you would be attacked with an illness and you take a medication for it and your body breaks down? So when I hear people talk in this sector about people that are ill and what they're going through, hey, they're at least their body is strong enough to handle it. Anybody that's on dialysis and that's been on dialysis for years, hey, that's a blessing, because some of y'all even in the mind so weak that you could they hook you up to a machine and you liable to not even make it, you know. So my hat goes off to anybody that's going through an illness and they still surviving and they still standing on business, you know. And you can't just like with me. I know I don't look like what I've been through. If I told y'all some of the things I've been through, you wouldn't believe it. My own doctor tell me all the time, Miss Gray, you come in here, you look good, you look, full of energy, and you've been through so much though. How do you handle it? I mean, hey, I trust God. God is in control. You know, God is in control. He is really in control. So that's why I don't look like what I've been through. And whatever it is that I did a lot of things to my body, eating the wrong things, and just hey, we all guilty of not eating right and taking care of our temper like we should. So now it's like catching up with me, and hey, you best believe it's gonna catch up with everybody. If you ain't eating right or living right, it's gonna catch up with you. You're not. There's no way around it. But if you have put your mouth on somebody else that's going through an illness, or you sitting back wondering why such and such, you know, always sick, or she always going through something, you know, don't think too hard about it. Mind your own business, because you want to be able to come out of it just like those people that you see and people that you're talking about. So, me as a prime example, I'm not going to go down a whole list of things that I've been through, but I have had a female cancer that attacked my body back in 2000. uh, I don't even I don't even keep up with the dates of this stuff, because I'm not a person that be like, well, last year, today is my anniversary of this kind of, ailment that I had going on. I don't even keep up with the dates. It's gone, and I have tests, every so often to make sure that it stays gone. Um, I didn't have to do any chemo. I did radiation when it first started out as a small bump. The doctor recommended that I have radiation treatment to dissolve it, and the radiation made it worse. it turned it into something crazy. It's something. It went from a red little bump, and I was scared. I was like, What is this? I'm like, darn, I hope I don't have herpes or nothing like that. But it ended up being something that she didn't even know what it was. She just thought that I should have radiation to have it removed. And really, the doctor that ended up doing my surgery, he said if I would have came to him first, he would have just had that removed surgically. And I, sometimes you don't get a second opinion. You be going to see these doctors. Some of them don't, have a clue. So, like I said, I did radiation for like 10 weeks. And when I tell you, it just turned it into something worse. I had to actually have surgery because I could not pee. I'm talking about most of all a Bible movement. That's where it would hurt in the inside, not the outside, the inside. When I got ready to have a bowel movement, I can feel it just starting to throb. And I said, I can't take it. I cannot take it. So my doctor put me on the surgery list like that next week. And I basically had to have some tissues removed that I had skin grafts and stuff put back, but it was it was wild. So it's like I said, I've been through some things that would kill some of you all. Like everybody can't handle illnesses; their body can't take it. So you know, before you judge somebody or talk about somebody that's ill or sick, you know it's sad to say that it's gonna come back on you. And I pray that God have mercy on you, because some of the stuff that I hear, y'all know at the end I always get into the messy stuff of this sector. Some of the stuff I hear in this sector about people calling people names that's ill, and people that's ill that's comparing their illnesses to somebody else's illnesses, like, you know, I only got this, this, and this, and she got this, this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. I I don't know how they do it, but it ain't no. I'm not gonna put my mouth on anybody illnesses. I don't put my mouth on nobody children. Talking about what somebody children gonna be and what they do, cause I got sons. So putting your mouth on people's situations and all that, that's just that's just too much. Trust me. When your body is attacked, you better know how to handle it, because you will be attacked one day, especially because you have put your mouth on somebody else. But I'm gonna get ready to end this live because I'm still packing. I told some of you all that I'm moving into my RV that I purchased. And people talk about motor homes and mobile homes and how people living and all that. That stuff is not even important in life. What's important is your health, your children's health, your relationship with God, your relationship with other people. You want to keep your heart right so that you can live, freely from drama. And, I hate for anything to be going on in my life. I don't want to get no phone calls about nothing. It's just, I like to live where everything is going smoothly. But I said that to say that people talk about how people live, how nice their house look. somebody else living in a mobile home. They got mobile homes that shop. I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with no mobile homes, but mine is not a mobile home. Mine is more like a motor home. I, it's like a camper, and that's the way I chose to retire. When I get ready to retire next month, that's what I want to do. Yes, I love. I mean, this place, this my bedroom, my bathroom, and closet is everything I need is here. And it's like I don't even really use the other parts of my house. Um, you know, I always wanted a big house to entertain my family, have different events and stuff, and I used to do that. But now my family they don't even hardly be wanting to get together. So it's like now I'm retiring and I want to just be me. It's just me really and my 22-year old. But of course, y'all know I have, foster kids and kids that live in my other property. But I have all these rooms and I have this house because that's the profession that I was in that caused me to have a, a big house. So now, like I said, I'm getting ready to retire, and that's the way I want to retire. I want to um, go from camp campgrounds. I want to drive to Florida. I can drive to Florida and stay in, the different campgrounds in South Georgia, North Georgia. That's what I want to do, and that's what I am gonna do. And I'm in the process of packing and downsizing. I got a lot of stuff. It's crazy. But I got to get rid of some stuff. Um, and I just got to downsize. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. That's why stuff is everywhere. Um, and my son is gonna stay here in the house, and he's gonna rent out the rooms, and we're gonna see how that go for now. Hopefully it'll go well. So basically that's just what's going on in my life. And you know I just just like to live a drama free life. I don't want to be caught up in a bunch of drama because it just ain't gonna pay no bills for me. So, I try to stay away from the drama, and I catch a lot of things on YouTube, and I listen. And while I'm, working or packing orders and stuff, I listen to a lot of stuff that's going on, and it's just that some people just have too much free time, and sometimes that free time can mess you up or get you in trouble. But I just pray that everybody can take some information from the live about reading labels, and that's what it's about. Read your labels. Don't get this food with this dye in it. Just to recap, all the high fructose corn syrup, these different dyes that's in food, blue number one, red number two, green, all these different dyes and stuff. Um, is a no-no. MSG, y'all know that's a no-no. And, actually you can just Google harmful ingredients in foods and it'll come up. But I know I got to work on this right here. This is my biggest weakness. Because like I said, I don't drink juices and sodas. I mostly drink teas. So teas and Crystal Light. So, but I use the Splendor, and y'all see how they said that can be worse than sugar. So, but it keeps my blood sugar down. So that's a reason why I use it. But hey, everything got a bad component to it. Just like I told Chrissy, I guess, we'll be eating the rocks and the dirt in the grass because all this stuff is bad. So I'm gonna check my sugars now. What did I have? Oh, I had some sushi. I had some sushi, y'all know, with um with brown rice though. So sushi's not bad, if you get it with brown rice. But I had a lot of rice, so that's really something that I shouldn't be eating. But however, that's the first thing I ate today was sushi. And this is what my blood sugar is, 108. So the sushi really wasn't all that bad, because my sugar is not high. So now I'm gonna check my blood pressure and see what my blood pressure is. Have to do it right because it'll give it you don't have to give it wrong reading. So yeah, uncross your legs, sit up straight, check my blood pressure. Oh, I got so much stuff. I'm gonna actually start taking some items to my camper. It's in storage right now, so at a storage facility. I'm gonna start taking my linen and towels and stuff over there probably tomorrow, because everything is done that I'm gonna do as of now. Everything is completed. My mom and dad, I paid them to wipe it down, sanitize it. Oh, no, that ain't right. I paid them to sanitize it for me, so they did that, and it's just some other little small touches we got to do. Let me try this other one. But it is time for me to take my medicine. I don't went too many hours without taking it, so it could be right. But my body is crazy because it couldn't be that high because I don't have no headache or nothing. So let's see what this one say. But it is time for me to take my medicine. What's going on with this one? This one, come on now. Because it said that it was 149 over 93, and this one right here, oh, the batteries, I gotta change the batteries. So they said it was 149, so that's kind of high. So I'm gonna get off of here and take my medication. And hey, Big Sexy, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Go back and listen to the replay. I need to change these batteries. I got to buy some of these batteries. I bought a whole thing of AAA. Now I got to buy some. I bought a whole thing of AA. I got to buy some of these because I like to keep batteries. So I'm going to change the battery in this. But yeah, so yeah, if you just coming in, that's good, Big Sexy. I ain't seen you nowhere. But yeah, go back and listen to the replay. That's if you want to know about, reading food labels and stuff like that, because it's definitely important that we start doing better with our health. And it's not too late. So I think once I do move, you kind of new on here. Oh, okay. You sure you ain't change your name? Let me see. You ain't change your name from, let me put it up here so I can see your picture. Can't see pictures that good on the phone. You can change your name from somebody else to somebody else. These people changing their names and it's wow from what it was before and coming on here with their new names and stuff. It's wow. So let me see. Can I see your picture? I was listening to Feast Live earlier today. I kind of like Feast. She's she's cool and laid back, but she ain't no joke. But I like Feast. I like listening to her. She can drag somebody without doing all that crazy cussing and stuff, and you know, I mean, sometimes this stuff just be too much. B this and H this and MF this. It's too much. But she's a little bit classier with her reads, with her dog walks or whatever y'all call it. Man, see me up on the big screen. I'm always on my bed. Every time I do a live, I'm always on my bed. Y'all, this is my favorite place. I'm always on my bed. I'm always on my bed. Every time I do a live, I'm always on my bed. Y'all know I ain't too far from going to sleep because I'm on this bed. But yeah, so anybody have any questions? I'm always on my bed. Every time I do a live. Let me turn this down. Anybody have any questions about you know, the foods that we eat, about kidney disease, about anything? So like I said, I'm just glad that I'm able to help you all and share some information. And when I come back, like I said, hopefully I've been did my blood work and got the results, and I'll share that with you all. But if anybody don't have any questions, once again, I would like to say thank you for coming in and tuning in and listening to me talk, share some good information, and I'll see you all again soon. And if you would, hit the like button when you go out. And if you're able to share this video, do that also. So for now, I would like to say peace and blessings to each and every one of you all. And like Blessing say, stay woke. Stay woke, because I hadn't even got into I'm gonna share an article where about this dog food, dog meat that was allowed in China. I don't know. I'm gonna share the article, and it's crazy how the FDA, they didn't never regulate what kind of foods that were, you know, manufactured and made in China until just a couple years ago. They just started regulating the different foods and stuff that, you know, we were getting from China. So that's gonna be interesting. But I'll post it. I'll post it on my page. So with all that being said, I would like to say good night, and I'm gonna finish eating my sushi. I got 2 more pieces. Y'all know. And did I read the label? No, this is 600 calories, but like I said, this is about all that I ate today. So yeah. So I want you all to have a good night and be blessed, and just stand on business. When you go in that store, read your labels and don't be picking up all this whole food that ain't good for us. You know, we got to do better, even me. So, again, good night, and I will see y'all again soon. All right? Hold up, put my sauce on my sushi. Yep. All right, I'll see y'all again soon. Peace.